So how Bridge Cable does its site surveys. There's a couple different ways, but when we send out our business development or senior technicians, sometimes we'll have a floor plan. So usually you'll have a scale on these, but if you're there already on site, what we do is the biggest things are we're gonna look for exposed ceiling, closed ceiling like right here, or if it's drop ceiling. So how do we support the wiring? Another big factor is ceiling height. So we can do a wheel, we can have a laser. There's various different lasers. This is probably not the most high-end one. So you just turn it on and we'll get the measurements, feet. So here's the trick of the trade. Take your knee, if you're working in an environment, just put it on your knee, hit the measure, and you'll see the dots are up there. So just add 2 feet from your knee, and it's pretty accurate. So this is a 9-foot ceiling. So what's the big deal about that is we can use regular ladders. Then when we're there on site, we'll just take a couple key measurements, because I tell you what, I've been doing this for a couple years, days, you name it. Sometimes the blueprints are wrong. Working within a structured company, and they gave us blueprints, and they were like, oh, by the way, they aren't to scale. So no matter what it says here, if you have the availability, scan it. So at this particular site, I'll beam from this wall over to here, and I'll write down the measurements. I'll just take another measurement from here to there, and then I'll do that. Also, while we're on site, we'll talk about where your AP placements are. If you have a conference room, hey, do you want any TV mounting or any wires run to that? Big deal with cubicles. How are we feeding them? Are we doing a core? Are we doing a power pole? Are we doing a whip somewhere around here that's not a tripping hazard? So talk about that. Cubicles, conference rooms, big deal. Then of course we have a basic form. Just follow all this stuff. Make sure you know your work hours, when the site's available. Like New York City, for example, requirements at times. If they have the floor plans, the ceiling, the walls, we've already covered that. I tell you what, working in New York City, Philadelphia, do they have parking? And also the requirements of our bigger vans, trucks, truck parking. So we can talk about fire stop if you need it. For any of the IT things, this particular spot is going to have a small IT closet, so I would imagine a small rack. While you're there, also, if they need any camera runs, telephone connections. Telephone connections are also for analog, for fire alarm, security. DMARC extension, Comcast, Verizon, bring it in, number of drops. So this is all a form here, and then this is our internal bidding form. So that's how you do a site survey with Bridge Cable. And of course, using our program called Company Cam, we take pictures of the entire site. So thanks for watching. Go get them.